Hey there, fellow Factorians. Owners here with another episode of Bob's and Angel's Seablock, and a couple of things as we get going here. I'm standing here in a little area that did not exist at the end of the last episode, so I put this in because this was backing up because we weren't getting rid of any crushed stone, so I had to put this in. So I had to build a filter inserter just to only put crushed stone out here, and then just piled it in over here that feeds our area up here. So that's all good. This is all up and running. Also put in that I might put that in on camera, maybe. But now we have some production that is doing a little bit of this. I just saw then that we haven't actually set this up yet. Let's do that so we can get some copper. There we go. Not copper ore, copper plate. Greater than 2000. There we go, and then set you to be picking up from there. There we go. Now we get a bit of here. Now I did get some comments, and one of them, let me just look it up. It was Zigna. Zigna pointed out that we have an inserter here that is doing nothing because we have this inserter here, basically stopping it. So the output of the what are these called? Atmos instrumentation was before the inserter, and I'm just going to do that, even though we need to put in another power pole, just to make sure that we get it. So you'll also see there's a lot of science backing up. Even though we have research done, and that is because I foolishly started researching a hatchery, which actually needs some of the. Well, I think it used to be called Alien Biosamples, but it's now called the Optimized Biome Planner. You remember we made a few of those to get the hatchery, the gardening going. But that brings me to another point, I can't remember who made it, but apparently we can get crystals from crystallization. So let's have a look in here. It might have been Daniel Everett. We want to get some cut blue crystals, raw crystal splinters, polluted artificial fish water. There it is. So previously, to get these raw crystal splinters in Bob's and Angel's, not in Seablock, we could only get it from killing biters. We farm biters, you grow baby biters in a little baby hatchery, and then you slaughter them mercilessly, getting some raw crystal splinters, which you then turned into the other things. But yeah, here we go. This was the kind of process. Small biter, raw meat, and crystal splinter. That was it. And now it looks like with Seablock, we get access to crystallizing from polluted artificial fish water. So that makes fish very important for us to get to. Puffers, I don't know if they are, but we're gonna cancel that because we don't need that. And I'm actually going to see if we can get the next level of fish. There we go. All right, so we'll get the fish, we'll max out the fish, and we'll aim to get some modules going from that. Now everything is going wonderfully, and our science is going great. The big problem we have, of course, is power. And Marvin pointed out not Marvin, it was Michael Tepfer. We could do something with the charcoal and have it feed in here as a backup. That's pretty good, but I want to get our solid fuel going. And the last comment was from Marvin Wiseman, and he said he was throwing in the towel because it was he just wasn't enjoying it. And I just want to be the one. I want to be the first person to say, if you are not enjoying playing games and it's not a job, then don't do it. That's the whole point of playing games, is to have fun. And if you're not enjoying the game, there are so many other games. I had a look at my Steam library the other day, and I have like 150 games, most of which have less than an hour of play. And I'm like, man, there's a lot of good games here that I could just come in and enjoy, but of course the factory must grow. And I am thoroughly enjoying Seablock. That is for sure. But if you're not enjoying it, then by all means don't play it. But hopefully you'll get some enjoyment from my enjoyment as I play along. So the big problem we're having here is hydrogen gas. Now, there's two things we can do. The first we can do is make more hydrogen gas. And I think that's going to be one of the products of some of our refining process. Things like this, carbon monoxide into carbon dioxide gives us. We need steam for that. That's not great. Synthesis gas we'll be getting. Yep. Saline water. We need to. At some point we will do this, but we're not quite there yet. And these other ones, yeah, they're getting a little bit far away. So maybe making more hydrogen isn't exactly the ideal process for us. Well, look at that. We can turn hydrogen into hydrogen gas. Beautiful. All right. So the other option is, of course, we look at our fueling arrangements, because let's not forget we have a bunch of nutrient pulp that we're not using just yet, and that was our original plan to make solid fuel. So if we go have a look at solid fuel, we can make that in a number of ways. Naphtha, which we actually can get as well now that we're doing oil. We have crude oil. Fuel oil comes from crude oil as well. This is what we're currently doing. It's actually really expensive now. I'll look at 175 hydrogen gas. We also use methane gas, but methane gas I think is one of the prime ways of getting plastic from gas. Now apparently, another comment from Daniel Everett, I think it was, we can get plastic from fermentation. Plastic from fermentation. Yes, now look at my notes. It was Daniel Everett who talked about the crystals from fish. And the other thing Daniel mentioned was solar power. I never wanted to do solar power because I was always worried about the space it would take. And solar power takes a lot of space. But we're actually making a fair bit of... look at, we've got our fish refugium. We're making a fair bit of landfill. We've got 3K landfill. We're still making more. And yeah, we could quite easily do it. Now these are all worms. Are they all worms? It's hard to say. But I think they are, which is okay. We could probably kill them pretty easily as well. But we don't need to do that. All right. There's a problem. You are running out of fuel. Not a good place to be. We could do some wires and that kind of fun stuff to alarm this area. I think we just need to sort it out. And let's also think about what we want to do with our research. Cement is something we will need, because we need that for, albeit a long way away. Let's have a look at blue science. Why am I typing in blue? Uni, it was uni something. Uni-lived materials. So we might as well, if we're not researching anything important, we might as well do some research that'll get us to this point. And look, solar panels are actually there. So let's research some solar panels. I see accumulators are not, though. We are going to need accumulators if we do solar panels. Accumulators behind batteries, of course they are. And what else? Electric distribution. All right. Well, we'll queue these up. And we'll get some. This second one here, it gives access to the extra power solar panels. So I think these ones, one of them's, they're just better use of land. I think the small ones, even though they cost a bit more, they per square they produce more. All right. Let's refocus. So solar energy. Is that actually researching? What was the requirements for solar energy? That looks really slow. It is 250. All right. Well, that's not too bad. We should get there in no time at all. Let's have a look. So we've barely got enough hydrogen. Well, we kind of do have enough hydrogen. No, we don't. All right. So let's do some oil cracking. Some oil cracking. All right. What do we need for that? Let's go. What was a base mineral? That should tell us. That is done in an oil refinery. Easy. All right. an oil refinery. That's 100 every 6 seconds. This is producing 70 in 2 seconds. Wow, that's producing 200 in 6 seconds. So we could actually get 2 oil refineries going. Petrochem, oil refineries. There we go. What are we missing? We're missing iron. We're missing advanced circuits as well. All right. I think I have some over here. I think we still got a little bit of a supply. Yeah. All right. Might as well grab a few of those as well. And where are we? Look at that. 2 of them. Perfect. We're out of steel. Steel is here. It's not a whole lot of steel. That's not a whole lot of iron, considering that we have oodles and oodles of it floating around. Let's grab a few more of those. Let's grab... Where is it? Here it is here. Grab a few more of those. And... actually, those few more that I grabbed there, I probably want to put back in here. And we'll grab a few more. So that'll keep our steel processing. Because we are going to start building a lot of things which need steel. And let's just grab a handful more iron as we look at this option. So we've got our 2 gas refineries now, oil refineries. Sorry, they're probably going to need water as well. That's all right. We'll do it up here. Trying to use space efficiently, but at the same time, we don't want to be in a situation where we're kind of hampering any further production. So we'll do it up here, which means that something like this is probably pretty acceptable. Let's get some power up to here, like that. Looks okay. All right. And we'll split some oil. We don't actually need water. Okay, we don't need water. That makes life pretty easy. I feel like that's normally the water stack. So I'm just gonna, just in case at some point we do need water. Look at that. We are out of these. Not enough ingredients. All right. Let's make some production of. No, I was going to say let's put some more stuff in the mall, but you know we don't need to worry about that. We can just keep handcrafting these things. Luckily we're using copper for the regular pipes because that means that we're not using them all up while we handcraft these lot, which is actually really nice. Because normally that's a problem when you handcraft a bunch of undergrounds, you use up all your regular piping. And just like that. All right. So we now have naphtha. We have fuel oil and base mineral oil, which is great. And let's get you going. And let's just get all of these guys going. And gotta not talk while I'm clicking because I'm just not that skilled. We should get a few petrochem tanks. If I can make some of them. Petrochem, water storage. There we go. All right, we can. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Let's can a few of these to get the petrochem going, and then we'll queue them back up because we're gonna need a stack of them. Probably don't need that many. There we go. All right. So let's bring it all over here and just keep clear of the gas. We're out of landfill. All right, let's go grab some more landfill. Got to keep these things in mind as I'm running madly around the base because I often run past this central area. And you know what? We've got to be a little bit careful. I think we're not loaded with landfill. We are using it up fairly quickly with this kind of spacious production that we're doing. All right, let's put you here. Let's put you here. Let's put you there. And then let's see how far we can get with you. All right, somewhere about there. Nice. And last but not least, beautiful. All right. This will give us a little bit of stuff to play with, and we want to turn this into solid fuel for down here, which is not that far away, which is nice. Let's have a look at what we needed to do for that. Solid fuel. All right, we're not doing you. You are charcoal, and they're all charcoal. All right. You use in 4 seconds. We're using 40 naphtha and 20 fuel. What's your production like? Because these were able to work. Oh, hang on. Oh, I forgot about that. All right. Do we have warehouses? We have not. We have not got warehouses. Let's research warehouses, because I think that's actually going to be pretty good. Let's start the research on warehouses. We'll just get it, and then we can store all our stuff in there. So let's get solar. Let's get batteries, accumulators. What am I missing? What did I forget? Batteries. Electricity. Accumulators. All right, there we go. We'll get the warehouses, and then we can store the solids that are coming out of here in the warehouse. In which case, we should probably move these down down a couple, so that we can actually access the inserters. All right, make a bunch of inserters. There we go. Getting these out is very important, and we'll have warehouses soon. So let's just continue this on for a bit and pop a warehouse down here, and that allows us to expand this production. Come back. That's actually what we'll do. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll come back this way, and we'll pop a warehouse here. All right, I like it. And now what we need to do is get this oil down here. I need to look at numbers. That's what I was looking at. So we're producing 50 naphtha and 30 fuel oil in 6 seconds. So 160 in 6 seconds. 160 in 6 seconds. And then if we look at FNEI, this is using 30 in 6 seconds and 60 in 6 seconds. So we can have basically two of each. Okay, that's not too bad. At all. Which is going to be a lot. We're going to end up with a lot of base mineral oil, or are we? I didn't actually see how much base mineral oil we were making out of this. Yeah, it's not too much. We are going to end up with a fair bit. But also, our warehouse is complete. We need steel and we need stone brick. Stone brick is here. Got a good amount of stone brick, and we should have a decent amount of steel now too. 100 steel. Okay, well, I wouldn't say that's a decent amount, but we can start filling up a warehouse with synthetic. No, not synthetic. What's this stuff called? I've actually got some on me. Oil residuals. We will use them with one of the other byproducts later on. One of the other byproducts. Which one is it? That I did not put that in the right spot. All right, there we go. Get out of it. All right, just start filling up, buddy. Start filling up. All right. As you can see, these warehouses, they have 768 slots, which equates to a lot of stuff. But surprisingly, we'll fill it. We'll fill it before you know it. All right, let's get this power situation sorted. All right, let's get you up here. Let's get you down here. Cross over there, something like that. All right, okay, that's okay. And none too soon by the looks of this. None too soon. All right, let's bring you in here. Like that, and oh, that hurts the eyes, doesn't it? I guess we've got to do that now. Okay, now let's use all of this to come down to there. And then here will come down to there. Nope, that's a very unfortunate placement. Did I just do it again? Did I just do exactly the same spot? All right, let's go there. Yeah, well, there we go. Okay. All right, there we go. We've got naphtha, we've got fuel oil. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, that alignment's pretty good. And that alignment's not too bad either. Now I'm really rushing now because we're running out. All right, let's get this going across here. Let's get this going across here. Let's get a couple of these, a couple of those, a couple more, please. Petrochem, a couple more plants. We need you there. We need you there. Get you up there. We'll get a couple more of them here. 1 and 2. All right. I guess you're going to be the solid fuel from that. And you're going to be the solid fuel from that. And we'll do something like that. And then this one here will go like that. All right. And you guys coming in here. That's great, but we just need to do that. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Out. Okay, I kind of stuffed that up, didn't I? That's most unfortunate. I'm gonna really temporarily do this because it's going to hurt us in the long run if we leave it like that. But there we go. All right, and then you go to there and do that, and we'll get some solid fuel away. All right. Well, this makes 2 solid fuel. Does this make 2 solid fuel? No. Okay. All right. This is gonna. Yeah, we're gonna have way more production now. All right. None too soon as well, as we're like totally out of hydrogen gas. But we've got to remember the problem with this setup here is that we are using up these 2. Well, we're not really using them up, but we're using some of it, but we're not using any of the base mineral oil. So eventually this is going to back up. What can we use the base mineral oil for? I don't know if there's much. Lubricant, there we go, with residual gas. And that comes back to we can use the residual gas with the synthetic residues or something. We use it with crude to make more base mineral oil rather than the others. And natural gas, residual gas into synthetic gas. So many things. All right, so many things. But what else can we use this for? Polishing compound. We can void it, of course we can. Coolant, which we can put it back in. We can break it back down into synthesis gas and residual gas. Yes. All right. So many things that we're not going to worry about right now, because solar energy is almost done. And let's just have a look at what is required to make solar panels. Small solar panel, regular solar panel. Small solar panel, it's green circuits and steel. Regular, yeah, it's the same. It's just 14, 4, and 4. And this is 6, 2, and 2, so it's slightly more green heavy. 26.6 and 60, so it's less than half, but I think it's like a quarter of the size. And then large solar panels produce more electricity per components, but they take up more space. That's kind of how I believe it works. And then the higher level ones are just a better version of each of those. And all right, batteries is the other thing we want to make. A regular old battery is lead, plastic. All right. So if we want to make plastic, let's see where we're going with that. Liquid plastic, we want these gases. Not really our forte at the moment. Fermentation process, I guess is that. Acetic acid. Oh yeah. So that's from fermentation. Propionic acid. Nope. Just nope, I think. Unless this first one is a better... No. Alright, what about bioplastics 1? Yes. And yes. Alright, bioplastics 1, we would need fermentation and bioplastics. We can't research it just yet. Our queue is chockers. How are we doing for time? Because I don't want to run over another 50-minute episode. That was a bit of a craziness. All right. How are we going to even this out? Because at the moment we're only using fuel oil because we're making so much. Well, I think do we need to? We don't need to, but I might as well. 6. We'll do another. We'll do some more. 7, 8. Yeah, why not? We're going to expand this out. Because we are starting to use a fair bit of electricity, and I don't want to get caught short. All right. Ooh, not you there. All right, there and almost. And there. Beautiful. No, just nope. Alright, there we go. That one can't go there. It's ridiculous. Like I said, that's just terribly placed for the future. But for now we're doing alright. I thought I made 4 of them. Guess I just made 2. Alright. There we go. Yep. Should be, oh no, I'm like, you've got steam. What's going on? Well, they don't have power poles connected. Alright. That is looking good. It's not great, but it'll survive. How many are we up to here? We have 14, and one of the things we can do, of course, is we can upgrade these to the next level if we research them for space reasons. It might not be a bad idea. But for now, we can just keep expanding this out, and I'm not too worried about that. How's our science going? Yeah, we are using it. I should, given that we've got a lot of research now, we should probably expand it with a couple more of these, and I don't know, a couple more. Why not? You ask. Well, why not indeed? I think we're in a good position, and I'm going to grab a few more of those and a few more of these, and we'll go and refill some of these circuit producers up here, because yeah, these green circuits require these advanced circuits, which require a lot of these things. All right, you can have that. You're okay. You can have that. And I think that's kind of everything you need. That was just what was holding you down. Yeah, we'll put these in here as well, because why not? And then I don't know. You can have half of that, and you can have all of that. Sure, that seems pretty good. We've still got a bunch of wooden boards here, and there was our solar energy, which means that I can then get bioplastics going. All right. There is our plan for the future. Now, Power was annoyed that I've been clicking on these really quickly. So we've got solar energy, we've got batteries, we've got electricity and iron poles, medium power poles. We've got the first 2 levels of accumulators. So this will get us our solar power when we get around to it, which isn't that onerous isn't that difficult to build. Green circuits are a little bit expensive, but we're slowly getting through them. And then we're going to move into bioplastics and fermentation. So those researchers will go while I'm just letting this run off camera. We do have a bunch of this going, which is really nice. How far down do we have to go? All right. So 1 more, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. 1, 2, perfect. All right, pop you down there. That's a nice little amount, and then whoop, we've only got 1 more. I'll put you there, bring you across to here, and like that. Speedy research. All right, We've got we've got a few more researching, a few more building. We are at 30 minutes, so that actually works out quite nicely. Our power is definitely sorted now. We've got 3 forms of solid fuel production. At the moment, we're only using petrochem, which I think is the wrong way around. I should rotate this so that the naphtha, which uses a bit more, has some level of priority. It also produces more, so it's probably pretty balanced. It's just that only the fuel oil is getting used at this point, and we can also enriched fuel block, which is 24 megajoules for 100 liquid fuel. Liquid fuel comes from fuel. Fuel oil and residual gas. Okay, well, we don't quite have the residual gas set up yet. We are going to start playing around with this though, and looking at these gases. So we've got our crude being used, at least, because it's accruing faster than our raw gas. But we are going to need the raw gas at some point. At some point in the not too distant future, we will be using it. Our research is kicking along a little bit faster now. Yeah, we're slowly ramping up. We are producing research at a reasonable rate now as well. So all things considered, we've got 2 more labs, 1 more lab. Wow, that lab. Surely I don't need to handcraft. Oh, maybe I do have to handcraft those things. Okay, my bad. One more lab after that would be really nice too. So I'm just going to call it there. I'm going to put in that extra lab. I'm going to handcraft 1 more lab. We're going to do all this research. Well, maybe not all of it. I'm just going to let this run for however long, 5-10 minutes at 5 times speed. So we probably get through a fair bit of this research. And next episode, we're going to start looking at plastic. We'll see how far we get in this research, and then we'll have a play around with maybe some of the oils and the gases, and try and figure out what we can do with those to get us to blue science, unilived, something like that. You know what I'm talking about, and you also know what's coming next. Thank you to my patrons, and I'll see you tomorrow.